Iran promised a long night of missiles upon Israel, but the God of Israel had other plans. Iran warned us of a long night, but for the first time since Friday night, thankfully, their missile bombardment was relatively weak compared to all previous nights. Here in the Judean hills, where I live, many of us finally actually had a full night of sleep. We did not hear a single siren or have to scramble to the safe room all night. The few missiles that Iran did succeed in launching and hitting Israel during the night didn't come near to us, and the handful that landed elsewhere in Israel mostly caused property damages to buses and buildings, with very, very few casualties, thank God. We don't know yet if the Iranian threat was real or a bluff. What we do know is that our unbelievable Air Force is doing an absolutely phenomenal job striking Iranian missile launchers before they even get a chance to fire. The IDF is carrying out surgical, accurate, and devastating airstrikes against Iranian missile launchers and their infrastructure throughout Iran, thanks to the total air superiority that we have successfully achieved. And that's not just military power. It's a divine miracle. As always, God is watching over his people, even while the threats mount all around us. And while Israel deals with a direct threat on the ground and in the air, another battle is raging in the United States, within conservative America, between those who recognize the Iranian threat for what it is, and those who are still trapped in the ghosts of Iraq and the first Gulf War of 1990. It is a loud and dangerous noise across parts of conservative America. And I fear this noise may ultimately be another danger that we cannot ignore. While there is still no clear decision if Trump will decide that the United States join in the attack to destroy Iran's nuclear capabilities, last night President Donald Trump made it absolutely clear isolating America from this fight against Iran is not an option. Responding to Tucker Carlson, one of the leading voices in the isolationist wing of Trump's own supporter base, the MAGA movement, Trump posted on Truth Social the following, and I quote, "Somebody please explain to kooky Tucker Carlson that the Iran can never have a nuclear weapon," end quote. Trump is right, dangerously right. Because we are now watching the rise of a toxic narrative in America, not just on the far left, but within the MAGA Trump-supporting movement, that is blaming Israel and the Jewish people for a potential American war with Iran. The anti-Semitic tropes are spreading like wildfire, and I'm quoting them, "Zionists are dragging us into war. This is a war for Israel, not America. This is another Iraq, another trap. We can't have American soldiers die for the Jews." It's not just wrong, it's deadly. And I have to really clarify, Israel did not ask America to get involved in the first Gulf War against Iraq in 1990. I lived through that war. I moved to Israel, here to the city of Efrat in the Judean hills with my family during the summer of 1990, knowing that America was about to go to war against Iraq. Iraq was firing missiles at Israel at the time. I remember here in Efrat running into our sealed rooms almost every day with gas masks on our faces as Iraq mercilessly fired missiles at Israel that we feared were biological weapons. And President Bush ordered Israel to stand down, even though we were the ones under direct attack, not America. Bush literally threatened us even if we dared to retaliate against Iraq. Yes, Americans were lied to about weapons of mass destruction by Bush administration, but those lies didn't come from Jerusalem. They came from Washington, D.C. Today is a completely different story. Iran is an actual nuclear threat. It's real, it's documented, and it's dangerous not just to Israel, but to America and the entire free world. Israel is already doing the heavy lifting in this war, and we will continue to do so, whether the world joins us or not, whether America under President Trump joins us or not. Now, I've spoken with Israeli officials. They've told me directly, Israel does have the ability to stop Iran's nuclear program on our own, but it will take us much longer and with much greater risk, because we do not have all of America's military capability, but we'll do it anyway if we have to, because we must. The rise of voices like Tucker Carlson, who claim that America should abandon Israel and let Iran get its way with a nuclear program, is frightening. Not just because of the geopolitical naivete, but because it echoes the oldest anti-Semitic lie in the book, that Jews manipulate nations into wars for their own gain. That's exactly what's being said. Whether Tucker's saying it or not, others are. That's not America first. That's protocols of the elders of Zion. This war is not about Israel dragging America into anything. It's about a radical Islamic regime of Iran threatening all of Western civilization with nuclear terror if they achieve it. If you believe in the Judeo-Christian values, in liberty, in life, you are already Iran's enemy. So to my fellow conservatives in America, please wake up. This is not a time to fall into isolationism and conspiracy. It's a time for moral clarity. It's not America first and America alone. It's America first with allies who allow America to protect itself. You can be tired of endless wars. I get it. So are we. We don't want to fight. It's our own lives on the line, and our own children, and my own life. But pretending that Iran will go away if America stays out of this war is a kind of fantasy that led to Pearl Harbor and to 9/11. And to my fellow Jews, especially still in America, I want you to listen. This Jew-hating anti-Semitic narrative is rising, not just from the usual corners of the radical left or from the Muslims, but from a camp that many of us consider allies. We must internalize that every alliance is always temporary. Rely on it when it exists, but do not rely on it forever. We must always be prepared to defend ourselves alone if necessary with strength, land, and faith, and only true total reliance in God. Thank God that long night that the Iranians promised never came, and hopefully it won't ever come. But regardless of how things progress with the war with Iran, with us winning, we can't ignore how the ideological storm in America is going to impact American Jews. As Jew-hating anti-Semitism has been mainstreamed by leaders of the Democratic Party, and as the jihadi Muslims in the United States are on the march as well, with a potential future dangerous mayor of New York City happening now, we cannot ignore the growing danger also from conservative circles in America. Just as it would have seemed insane to imagine, in the immediate aftermath of the tragic devastation of October 7th, 2023, that today the Jewish state of Israel would be standing on the very doorstep of destroying the head of the snake, Iran, after defeating its entire axis of evil in the Middle East, here we are. And we Jews are still standing, stronger, more united, with God protecting us every step of the way. We will be okay. To my fellow Jews in the diaspora, the warning signs of growing Jew hatred in the West are not just flashes of history repeating. They are divine wake-up calls. It's time to come home, to join us in rebuilding our nation, in our ancestral homeland, where Jewish destiny is unfolding before our eyes, and we are writing the history books. As I always say, I don't want Jews coming home to Israel by running away. I want them coming home to Israel because they know they are returning home. Most importantly, let us always stand firm in truth. Let us always speak out against the lies. And let us always remember that even if and when powers in the world turn against us, the God of Israel never does. And He is with us in this fight today. Am Yisrael Chai. And if you're not home yet with us, what are you waiting for? Come home. Come home. If you are not yet a subscriber to our daily, belief-based, inspiring, politically incorrect, truthful videos about Israel, the Jewish people, and the freedom-loving world, what are you waiting for? Go to pulseofisrael.com and click to subscribe today. And yes, we are a donor-based operation. We need your donations for support in order to make these videos and get our videos seen and do all the work we do. So every once in a while, Whether a large donation or a small donation, just go to pulseofisrael.com and click on the donate button. Shalom, everyone, and thanks for watching.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.